Well, those party like a Scorpio party, right?
Oh, shit. We're just popping off early, babe. Popping off.
Yeah, but still no Taurus.
Because y'all know what time it is, baby. You know what time it is, baby. Because ain't no party like a Scorpio party, baby. Who? I'm ready to get weird. Ready to get weird. Yeah.
It's a weird time.
I know. But it feels good.
All right. Scorpio's got Mercury in their sign that goes retrograde next week. So you all better figure this thing out about relationships, because Mercury opposed Uranus for the next couple of weeks. And a retrograde opposed Uranus. And then it's going to come back 3 times. King of Cups reversed. Woo. Ooh. Don't have authority over where you feel emotionally or not sure. This is a very unsure card emotionally and where you sit. That makes sense. Mercury ready to go retrograde in your sign, oppose your relationship. Well, right now, the planet in your relationship house, Uranus. This is the Libra time. It is your 12th house. There's a lot of unsureties. Square Jupiter in your head. I can see that. 10 of Swords reversed is your challenge. I think you're unsure because it just seems like the same patterns where it's like a very same scenario that just is not changing. There's something not shifting here. I think you can give it a lot of time that you can look back and go, is something changing here? The same story, the same pattern. I'm not feeling fully emotionally involved. And that needs to be understood, because that 10 of Swords reversed is not willing to finally change the narrative. It's Einstein's, doing the same thing over and over again is insanity. Well, that's your challenge, is you're in an insanity situation that isn't making you feel emotionally fully confident. And you pulled the Star reversed, so you're too afraid to step into the fresh new slate in your love story life, or even just a next new position, wherever it might be. It's kind of wanting to stay in between instead of acknowledging the next move. So it's in purgatory. It's a shadow to this. The downcasting pride is the issue connected to the pattern. Are you really prideful about this situation? It's almost like, and I'll be honest, Scorpios like to fucking be intense and have an intense love. But there's something about this not having edge. And it's almost like, it's okay, I can downcast edge. But that's not a pattern that ever works, because at the end of the day, a Scorpio is going to look around and go, I need edge, I'm dying. Or as we're using the Vampir's deck, is there enough blood to drink out of this, Or is it like you're definitely not Lestat, you're definitely Brad Pitt drinking blood from rats. It's like, instead of eating a meal, it's like going to McDonald's constantly and getting like a 6-piece nugget and like, okay, I'm filled for the moment, and then it's dropped off, and then it's like you're not having, it's like something that you're not that prideful in, and that's the pattern. Something that you're not really. King of Cups owns the heart, owns the love, owns the emotional position. It's dripping wet with emotion. This is pretty dry. 4 of Wands reversed, the Marriage card reversed, the King of Cups. How is this going to be a celebration if you're not that emotionally into it? And that's a lot of questions, especially with this Mars retrograde in your 6th house to your 3rd house. It's more stress than it is. It's a stress inside that I think you're afraid to maybe talk about or get into, because the reality and the stimulation and all that is not meeting up. And so the celebration would never be a celebration if you're not emotionally feeling confident in it at all. You can't build a celebration of anything. You can't build a marriage. You can't build, or maybe, you know, for those that are married Scorpios, it's definitely kind of a, uh-oh. There's a lot of uh-ohs. Wow, and you pulled the High Priestess with the star reversed. So your intuition's on point. But acting off what the High Priestess is trying to tell you, it's like, well, no. I don't want to have to start over. Well, Ten of Swords is insanity if you don't. Something doesn't change here. And it's pride that's missing. So it's like not into it that much, but almost like it's like more of a project than it is a masterpiece. Yeah, you pulled the Uranus card. That's the planet in your relationship house right now. And, you know, it is the card they say genius, or are you really a dumbass? Like, and you're going to get shocked. And this is Mercury opposing Uranus this week. I would say with Uranus in your relationship house and just overall, Uranus here is like everything needs to be connected. It can't have like, you can't have here at the studios, we have power boards, right? Like with all the fuse panels. If a fuse goes out, then a whole part of the studio goes out. All the fuses need to work. That's Uranus. Where's the short circuiting constantly happening? You got to get to the bottom of that and see if you can live with that, because you can't live with that. It's all or nothing. It's 100 or it's 100 or 0, black or white as a Scorpio. Uranus is trying to teach you in your relationship house, Taurus. You only get the goodies out of relationships that's got everything connected. But if it's missing in certain areas, well, it always feel like a little bit unsure, confident-wise, and not really sure of what to even celebrate about it. Like you got the moon and Cancer in the first. Yeah, you got to put your emotions first. And you got to also directly allow what you feel you need emotionally, comfort-wise, to be known, to be shown. And you need to put your emotions first and see what happens and drop them down like a true Scorpio. Because if you're emotionally uncomfortable, then you're never going to get shit. And you have to also be able to identify your emotions. So one of the tests would be like, if one of your friends or somebody asks you, I always say this with people with first house issues, I'm always like, if they ask you how you felt about it, especially moon in the first people, I know a moon in the first person I'm very close with. I'll be like, hey, like, so how do you feel about this? It's like, well, and when they start identifying the emotion, they understand how they really feel because they never say it. So almost ask yourself the question, or have somebody you know close to you kind of ask maybe, and the truth will come out right there, and that's your answer.
Yeah, it is about digging deep, you know, it is about being able to express yourself fully, you know, and is this person going to accept you for that? And are you going to allow this individual into your life, you know, to move forward? Are you going to allow maybe the ability to, you know, to let them down into the dungeon, so to speak, you know, and that's not such necessarily a bad thing, but, you know, or the wine cellar, whatever you want to call it, you know, but into the depths of your soul, you know, into the true essence of who you actually are. You know, are they going to be capable of handling that? And that could be a scary thought to think about that. You know, it could be unsure within yourself, even if that's who you are, if that's who you want to be. But that is something that you're going to have a conversation with yourself about before bringing it to the table. But it does need to be brought to the table to see if it's even worth your time.
Yeah, they gotta like the smell of your butt. You know what I mean? Like let's be Scorpio. Like you better be able to get all the way down naked and be able to go sleep on the pillow of those butt cheeks and totally love everything about it. And if that partner is a Scorpio, or you as a Scorpio don't feel that way about the other person, or that person doesn't feel that way about you, and they put up some sort of wall or block and they can't get fully all the way, Scorpio won't be into it.